Today, we're talking about if it's too late to start a YouTube channel, and I'm gonna give you one tip that's gonna really make you successful on YouTube. So I've got this question a lot. Is it too late to start YouTube? And the answer is definitely no. It's not too late to start YouTube because YouTube is growing every day. This platform continues to grow and continues to evolve, and there's always room for new creators. The beauty about YouTube is that you're creating a community around the videos that you like to create. So there is room for everyone to create their own community because everyone has different interests and everyone wants to create different content. My content is a lot of like filmmaking tutorials, camera reviews. I also like to do a lot of adventure travel, and I have a group of followers who like seeing the content that I produce. Now, someone could be producing the exact same types of videos, but maybe they're not into the adventure travel and they're more on like the tech side and they just want to create videos about the tech, but maybe it's the same types of products. Well, they're going to create a different community around the content that they're creating because they're a different personality. They have a different approach to the content they're creating, and they have a different look and feel to all their videos. So that's the really cool thing about YouTube, is that you can create whatever it is that you want to create, and you're gonna find a group of people that are gonna be interested in what you're creating and your style and what you have to say about what it is that you're shooting. So it's definitely not too late to start YouTube in 2019. I highly suggest, if this is something you like doing, if you like creating content, then just go for it. Just start shooting videos and just put yourself on a schedule. Maybe shoot one video a week, one video every other week to get started, just to get a rhythm and get a feel, because as you start creating content, you'll start noticing that there are people that will enjoy the content that you're creating. Now, I do have one tip that's really gonna make you successful on YouTube. But before we get into that, there is one other thing I want to talk about. So if you want to start a YouTube channel, you have to just go for it. You can't sit around and just wait. You can't sit around and just watch other people create content, because it's gonna make you just anxious. It's gonna make you feel upset that you're not creating your content. If this is something that you really want, if you like doing this, you have to understand, A, it's a ton of work. It takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to create the content that you need on YouTube. Now, you're gonna find your own stride. You're gonna figure out what works for you. You might be able to make videos faster than someone else, or you might be slower than someone else. It doesn't matter. You just have to want to do it. And this has to be a passion of yours, because there's a lot of ups and there's a lot of downs, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. I've been creating content for 3 years now. For my entire first year, I had under 1,000 subscribers. I was getting no views on my videos, but I was still putting out almost videos daily because I was vlogging back then. And then I started to figure out that I like creating different styles of content. I don't just like vlogging. So I started creating tutorials. I started creating camera reviews, adventure films. And as time goes on, I was building more subscribers, and I started to find a group of followers that enjoy the content that I produce. And that's what's gonna happen with your channel. You're gonna fail sometimes, but you're also going to have a lot of successes, and it opens up an entire new world and entire new possibilities. There are so many things that are happening now because of my YouTube channel that I just didn't have access to before. I'm able to do new things and try new things. I'm also meeting a lot of new people, because collaborating is such a big thing on YouTube. We're a community. All of us want to help each other and support each other. It's not a competition. It's more about the community aspect, which is why I like this form of media so much better than other forms of media out there. You're not in competition with everyone else because everyone has their own community. So you want to work together with other communities, because YouTube gives you the ability to create anything. There's no one sitting over you telling you what to do. I've worked in TV, I've worked in movies, I have my own production company, and you always have clients, you always have producers kind of hanging over your projects. Whereas on YouTube, you don't have that. You just have you, and you have your ideas, and you have the content that you want to create. So definitely, I think that YouTube is something that you should start if you're interested in it, and it's definitely not too late to start. Now, I do have one tip that's gonna really help you grow and be successful. And this is something that I learned after doing this for about 2 years, and then I finally figured out what's working and what's not on my channel. So there's this idea of timeless videos versus time-sensitive videos. And this is something that I've been discussing a lot with different people recently. There are different styles of videos that you can create on YouTube. There are videos that you can create that are very time sensitive. And this is the problem that I see with social media as a whole, with Instagram, with Twitter, with Facebook, is that when you create a piece of content, and you put it up on Instagram, for example, you have like 24 hours and then that gets buried underneath everything else that's being posted on Instagram, probably even faster than that. But just in general, your content is constantly being pushed down. And that's one reason I'm not the biggest fan of Instagram, is that you just always have to be creating and you always have to be on it. And you have this anxious feeling of like the monkey on your shoulder that's like, create content, do it more now, you got to get it up, 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 up. And that's kind of like one of the issues I feel with social media, is that everything is so immediate. It has to happen right now. Whereas with YouTube, there's this idea that you can create timeless content. The idea of timeless content is that this is videos that are gonna get views year after year after year. And as soon as I started creating these styles of videos, I realized that this helps grow your channel, obviously, because you're constantly getting views on these videos, but it also gives you the ability to step back and create more content that you wanna create and not be worried so much about trying to just to be on the cutting edge. So for example, if I was to shoot a video about my new XS Max, that is a time-sensitive piece of content because the XS Max is gonna be yesterday's news eventually. Like, you might get some views right out the gate. These kind of videos do very well because there's a lot of people searching right now for a topic. If you're watching this video in a few months, you might realize that the XS Max is now an older phone, so it's not so timeless. Whereas if I was to shoot a video on how to shoot better photos with a smartphone, which is a tutorial, then that kind of video is gonna live on and on and on because I'm not tying myself to a single product and I'm not tying myself to something that is going to go away. Smartphone photography is here to stay, and there's definitely ways that you can approach a tutorial like smartphone photography that will stand the test of time. So when you're creating your content for whatever niche that you're in, try to think about videos that are not only time sensitive, try to think about videos that could be timeless. Videos that will get views after views for years on end that aren't gonna go away because it's based around a time sensitive event or a product. Now, I'm not saying don't do these time sensitive types of videos because that's gonna drive a lot of attention to your channel at the time of a release. However, you need to have a mix. You need to do videos that are timeless and you need to do videos that are time sensitive. And that combination will help your channel grow and you're gonna find your community and get more people to find your channel. As soon as I started doing this, as soon as I started mixing in these different styles of content, I really saw a spike in my channel. And a year ago, I really went after it and I did a bunch of videos back to back that were kind of a mix of timeless, time sensitive, and just some fun vlogs that I enjoy creating. And I saw a major spike in my channel, and that has continued since then. So guys, if you're looking at starting a YouTube channel in 2019, then I would highly suggest doing some research, look into what kind of content you want to create, and start kind of creating these different buckets of content that you can create that are timeless or time sensitive. Now, I have another video that's all about how to do keyword research, because that's one of the best ways that you can get more views to your channel is by doing keyword research. And I have a video all about that on my channel. I'll put a link down below in the description. That is a great video to watch after this one because it's gonna give you a ton of ideas of how to start creating the content that you wanna create. All right guys, if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. There is a lot of awesome filmmaking tutorials. I do some YouTube content. I also do a lot of like camera reviews, just a bunch of different stuff. And also, like I said, I like doing adventure travel, so there's a lot of fun vlogs and short films about adventure. Also, if you're interested in having a career as a full-time creator or a filmmaker, I have a course all about that. That's step by step. It's creatorfilmschool.com. Make sure you go check that out. And guys, I'll see you on the next one.